Number 10. Giant Anaconda. One of the most feared animals slithering around in the Amazon jungle is the giant anaconda. The giant anaconda is the apex predator of South America. It's a colossal reptile that grows, on average, to be around 28 feet, or 8.5 meters long. Throughout the 10 to 12 year span of their lives, anacondas never actually stop growing. The massive serpent's diet consists of turtles, black caimans, huge fish, deer, jaguars, and even humans if they feel so inclined. They eat around 40 pounds or 18 kilograms a day, or more like night as they are nocturnal hunters. And while an average anaconda is freaky enough as it is, a recent story reported in The Sun will make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. The story claims that workers from a construction site in Brazil discovered an anaconda that measured an incredible length of 33 feet, or 10 meters, and weighed an astonishing 882 pounds, about 400 kilograms. This is obviously insane, but if true, it would be one of the biggest snakes ever discovered on the planet. The anaconda was allegedly found by workers after they did a controlled explosion of a cave while building a new dam. It has led people to wonder just what kind of monstrosities are living deep within the cave systems of the Amazon jungle. Is the giant anaconda the only crazy monster living inside these caves? Or could there be more ferocious unknown beasts lurking in the dark and clammy passages under the forest floor? Number 9. Pink Dolphin. Perhaps not the craziest animal in the Amazon, but certainly one of the most exceptional. The pink river dolphin lives primarily in the Orinoco River basin of Bolivia and Colombia. They are spectacular and definitely stand, or swim, apart from other species of dolphin. Although the majestic Amazon pink dolphins are famous for their pink hue, they were not born this way. They are actually born gray and gradually turn pink as they age. Their final color can be influenced by their behavior, diet, exposure to sunlight, and capillary placement. They can be found anywhere from mostly gray with only a few pink spots to a wonderful flamingo pink. And when the dolphins get excited, they can flush a brighter pink, similar to humans blushing. Another amazing fact about Amazon river dolphins is that they come with a melon. Every Amazon river dolphin has a large melon that is kind of like a glob of tissue found in their forehead. The melon is an organ that the dolphins use as a biosonar instrument. The organ is exceptionally mysterious. Scientists aren't completely sure how it works, but they believe that it somehow allows the dolphins to utilize echolocation by focusing sound. It also helps to modulate the vocalization of the dolphin. Some scientists believe the melon is the way that dolphins are able to communicate with one another. The pink dolphins also have the largest brains of freshwater dolphins, and researchers believe that they are also the smartest of the 5 species. What's your favorite animal from the Amazon? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Number 8. The Jesus Lizard. Have you ever heard of the Jesus Lizard before? This funny-looking reptile is famous for its uncanny ability to run across water. It's actually known as a green basilisk, and it's part of the iguana family. But it earned the name Jesus Lizard for the way it skims the water surface as if by miracle. But it's not actually a miracle. The long toes on the lizard's feet allow it to rip across the surface of any body of water at a speed of roughly 5 feet per second. This is one of the most incredible abilities of any animal on the planet. Not only is it super fast, but it also evolved special traits that let it walk on water. The 2-foot, or 0.6 meter, Jesus Lizard can remain under the water for up to 30 minutes. And they can climb, they can swim, they can run, and they have very strong teeth fused to the inside parts of their jaws. The Jesus Lizard is, without a doubt, the most charismatic reptile living in the Amazon jungle today. Unfortunately, they are also endangered and very easily eaten by large birds. Number 7. Amazon Ghost Dogs. A lot of people don't know that there are wild dogs living in the Amazon jungle, but It's true. There is a solitary species, often referred to as ghost dogs, that are so elusive almost nobody has seen them with their eyes. They are typically only captured using remote cameras. The dogs have short ears and look more like weasels than canines, but they actually roam across 5 countries, all throughout the South American jungles. According to the Smithsonian Magazine, they live primarily in Brazil and Peru, and tragically, most of their habitat is going to be lost by the year 2027 due to deforestation. This species of dog is the least studied across the world, at least according to an ecologist from the University of California. These dogs are different from other wild canines because they don't live in packs. Most scientists believe the creatures live alone and are extremely shy, hiding in swampy forests. They have almost no interaction with humans. And even more interesting is that they're not even part of the same genus as domestic dogs or wolves. They have their own genus. That's how unique these wild dogs are. It's unlikely you'll ever see one. Number 6, the Decoy Spider. The Decoy Spider is one of the freakiest spiders with one of the most unusual abilities known to man. It's a relatively new spider, only recently discovered in the 21st century. But what the decoy spider does as a defense mechanism has shocked and boggled scientists ever since its original discovery. According to the Smithsonian Magazine, these spiders live deep in the Peruvian Amazon jungle, and they use their webs to create fake decoys of themselves. When building a web, the spider will literally craft a doppelganger out of scrap pieces of dead insects, leaves, and other debris. The spider then leaves its sly decoy in the middle of its web to trick any potential predators that might want to eat it for a snack. The spider even sometimes uses the broken legs and abdomens of other spiders to create its masterpiece of mimicry. This is a massively complex survival strategy that shows just how crafty and intelligent even a small and seemingly insignificant life form can be. It turns out, spiders are smarter than we thought. Number 5, the Hoatzin. Let's take a look at a flying creature residing in the canopies of the Amazon. As the most biologically diverse place on the planet, it should come as no surprise that the Amazon boasts the most impressive and crazy display of birds in the world. One of the strangest is the Hoatzin. The Hoatzin is a bird about the size of a chicken, but it doesn't resemble a chicken at all. It has a blue face, an orange mohawk crest, and some other characteristics that make it unlike any other avian creature around. First, the Hoatzin is kind of like a flying cow. It is the only bird in the world that uses a foregut compartment rather than a stomach to digest food. Kind of like how a cow uses a special sac inside of its gut to digest its food. The evolution of this bird has, quite frankly, made many scientists scratch their heads in disbelief. And one other thing. The Hoatzin is sometimes known as the stink bird. This is because the bacteria in its foregut that helps to break down its food also causes vapor to be exhaled by the bird, and the vapor smells horrifying. Basically, it burps up foul vapor. The bird smells so terrible that scientists have nicknamed it the stink bird. Hoatzin like to build their nest on branches that hang over the water, and they lay about 2 to 3 eggs at a time. If a predator approaches the nest, the chicks will drop into the water below and hide in the banks till the beast of prey moves on. They are surprisingly good swimmers. Number 4, Yellowtailed Woolly Monkey. The yellow-tailed woolly monkey is by far one of the silliest monkeys found swinging through the Amazon jungle. But what makes these monkeys so fascinating is their climbing abilities. They look like they're flying through the forest rather than swinging from branch to branch. They typically live in the middle area of the trees and can jump around 50 feet or 15 meters through the air. They primarily live in Peru, and they have large bodies with thick coats of fur, hence why they're called woolly monkeys. They spend most of their days resting and eating, with 2% of their time spent grooming and playing with their friends. These monkeys are absolutely fantastic creatures. Unlike most monkeys, they don't engage in a lot of aggressive behavior. and sometimes adult males will fight, but other than that, they are exceptionally peaceful. The monkeys are also quite vocal. They have been known to emit sharp howls when a threat is nearby, particularly when they sense humans in the area. If you ever find yourself walking through the forests of Peru and hear what sounds like dogs barking in the trees, you're probably hearing a group of yellow-tailed woolly monkeys screaming at you to go away. Number 3. The Patu Bird. Today, we're looking at the craziest animals from the Amazon, and there's no creature better to start off the list than the Patu Bird. There are several different types of Patu Bird, all of which are equally slightly kooky. They're one of the strangest birds you will ever come across in the Amazon rainforest. If you do, that is. Patu birds are masters of disguise, as they are colored very similarly to the trees scattered around the forest. Its brownish feathers make it blend in perfectly with any tree it decides to land on, making it look more like a stubby branch than an exotic bird. You are more likely to see one of these feathered creatures on nights when the moon is full and lighting up the jungle, rather than a normal dark night in the dense bush. If you don't see one, I'm sure you'll hear one. These birds have some of the most distinct and unusual calls of any bird in the entire Amazon jungle. They almost sound like ghosts, screeching or wailing in the distance. Some people have described the call of the Patu bird as an anguished whistle that chases men through the forest. According to the local legends of the Amazon, the call of the Patu bird is actually the mournful lament of an ancient spirit, crying its love for a distant spirit who lives on the moon. It's a weird story, but that's the truth behind the Patu bird. Number 2. Spectacled bear. When people think about bears, they typically think about the bears that live in North America, such as the black bear or the grizzly bear. But there's actually a species of bear that roams across the Amazon jungle. It's known as the spectacled bear, and it is an incredibly fascinating beast. According to the Rainforest Alliance, there are even Amazonian legends that say that these spectacled bears have mystical powers. But of course, these powers have never been scientifically recorded. The spectacled bear has a strange circle of cream-colored fur around its eyes, and that makes it appear as though it's wearing glasses. The bear has specialized claws that it uses for climbing trees, and it can live for about 25 years in the wild. They live all throughout Latin America, but prefer the densely forested areas. And like most bears, they primarily eat fruits and other natural foods. They spend most of their days up in the trees, collecting fruit, and sometimes even build their own tree houses out of broken branches so that they can reach their favorite treats on the higher branches. These are really some of the most amazing bears in the entire world, and unfortunately, they are at risk of extinction because of habitat loss. Number 1. Bulldog Bats. Last but not least is a remarkable species of bat. People are pretty divided on their feelings about bats. This is especially true nowadays when it feels like bats are spreading their yucky diseases all across the human population. But, putting aside disease, the bulldog bat from the Amazon rainforest is a very special animal. It's one of the only bats in the world that has evolved specifically to become a fisherman. The greater bulldog bat will fly low over the water and pluck fish out of ponds and rivers with its little claws. But not only does this crazy bat like to catch fish, it will also eat frogs and other crustaceans. It uses echolocation to detect ripples on the surface of the water created by fish and other aquatic creatures moving around. The bat then uses its incredible speed to swoop down and catch itself some dinner. How amazing are these animals? What do you think about the secret Amazonian dogs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon for another amazing video.